I bet you wish your phone could... What the... You gotta be kidding me. I'm doing my intro to the video and my iPod breaks. Wow. All right. Well, we'll do it live. We're going to continue with the mod with my broken iPod. So, yeah, this is the iPod mod, or actually the EyeMod, spelled EYE-mod, if we're going to go by what it says on the forum. And the idea is you're able to craft yourself an iPod, more like an iPhone, actually, it would seem, even though it's called an iPod. I'm thinking it's a phone because I feel like you need a data connection. Do a lot of the things you're able to do with this. Has an app store, has very useful apps on it that you can purchase with emeralds, and it's great. So why don't we get into things? We need to repair our thing, or we need to make a brand new one. You know what? Screw it. This thing's broken. I'm not dealing with that. I'm getting myself a brand new one because consumerism. So, in order to actually craft one of these iPods, actually, let me start over here. You need the core, your processor. You need an electric wire. You need that phone case / cover, just the housing for it. You need a display, and you need a battery. So to go backwards from there, when you put those all together in a crafting table, you get the iPod, which hopefully my next one, which I'm going to snag from here, will last longer than my first. See you later. Actually, I'm going to keep it just so we can demo how you fix it. Anyway, so the display is crafted like so, with some gold glass panes and the electric wires. Battery is crafted like so. We'll work our way back to how the electric wire is actually made, which is some redstone string, lapis, and rose red. And iron wire is made with the electric wire, plus iron ingot, and that's used in just more of the crafting recipes. So... And then we have the core, which is made like so. And we have the cover, which is made like so. And then the battery, which I sort of glossed over. So those are the components you need. Normally, I would just use not enough items, except I'm in 1.8 at the moment, and I don't believe that it's updated. So anyway, all those things combined, and you have yourself an iPod. This one actually functions. Good thing, because it's brand new right out of the box. So here we go. What are the icons? Well, first off, we have the settings menu, and that allows you to go through and, I don't know, go through different options like you would do in settings. Then you can click the, you don't see my cursor, but if you click, the usual button that you would click, the center one at the bottom, it'll take you back another level. And then right here, the $sign is where you spend your emeralds. This is the App Store. So you're able to, with the plus and minus, scroll through all of the different apps. You're already obviously preloaded with a couple of them, but then you've got a whole bunch that you're able to cycle through, and they actually have some pretty nifty features. In fact, there's so many that there's no way I can get to all of them in a reasonable amount of time, but I'll hit on some highlights here and there. Then we can go back out. We can also go and get some info about the device, which is very important. We're running on iOS 5.2, EYE-OS. Oh, so clever. And then we've also got a few instructions that we can check out if we want to as well by scrolling through here. So, anywho, but that's why we're doing the mod review. So, well, we've already got a broken iPod, so you know what, I'll get to fixing that later. For the time being, let's load up a few apps. But before we do that, we actually need to add some SD cards. So I've got some of these in my inventory, but the way that you craft the SD cards, which you need for storage, is some paper. You need a book, you need some electric wire, and then you're good to go. I happen to have 64 of these because creative mode is pretty great. So now I'm gonna go into my settings and I'm going to add an SD card. I presume that's a typo right there. In fact, I'm going to add a lot of SD cards because this thing, it's the 10,000th generation iPod, so it's got about 57 different SD card slots, so I'm not going to run out of storage ever, basically. It's pretty cool. So now with my 50 terabytes of space, I'm going to go into the App Store and I'm going to acquire some stuff. Why don't I get a calculator? And then you'll notice it actually takes some emeralds out of your inventory when you do that. It's like this magical physical currency system that it takes actual emeralds that you have and then magically pays them to whatever the owner is of this thing, which is like the mod creator. The mod creator just has a bajillion emeralds. So we've got that. What else do we want to add? What other apps have I found great? Definitely gambling. Gambling is a great pastime because it actually takes golden nuggets from your inventory. Actually, don't Gambling is bad, so don't listen to me there. That was sarcasm, just in case it wasn't clear enough. The tunneling app is actually really cool, so I'm going to load up on that. Why don't we load up on the TNT one's pretty swell. Blowing things up is never a bad thing. We'll buy that one. And then World Edit's kind of cool, but that is a pretty, it's more in-depth sort of thing. We can get ourselves the Give app. And yeah, we'll go with that for now. That's quite a bit to load up on. So now that we've got a few apps, first and foremost, why don't we blow things up? Because that's always pretty great. So I'm going to exit on out of here and just go to an area where I'm not going to blow everything else up. And I'm going to go in, select my my TNT app, and I'm going to, if I just click one of the arrows, it'll auto-load in the coordinates of map. And then I can choose an explosion size of fairly substantial. Cooldown time or countdown time, I'm going to say to 5. May as well add some fire just to give the sheeps a good time. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, there we go. Yeah, bet you wish your phone could do that. That's what I was going to actually do in the introduction, was say, I bet you wish your phone could, like, blow things up, but then it was broken. And I was like, oh, that's great. Well, anywhoozers, what do we have? What do we have next? I mean, we could just go around and blow everything up, but I feel like gambling at the moment. You know, just from blowing things up to gambling, we are a great influence. So you need a gold nugget to roll. Just so happens I have 64 of them. So here we go. Penny slots time. Roll, roll, roll. My luck is just not going to happen, but you can't. Hey, there we go. We got an iron ingot. That's like pretty good stuff right there, you know, because you put in a few gold nuggets and then you get an iron ingot out. Oh, gold ingot. That actually made it worth our while. That only took 6 and we got 9 in return. So that's a net of 3 up. And then that's why you just keep gambling and gambling, because you're like, oh man, I'm up now, so my luck is obviously good. And then, then you get a diamond. And then you stop when you're ahead, because that's the way to do it. All right. So next up, the mining app. The mining app is great. It allows you to essentially, easily mine out in front of yourself, which is swell. And you can even do things like, let's see, what direction are we facing? -Z. So we'll go into the mining app. We'll do length of 10. We can do skip ores in case we run into any ores. And that scared me. We're going to go -C and mine. Boop. There we go. We just dug out a mine. There were no ores. If there were, it would have omitted them, and we could have mined them. It's pretty great stuff, actually. I bet you wish your phone/iPod could do that as well. Wouldn't it just be, like, fantastic if you could excavate? I mean, the world would no longer need bulldozers and heavy machinery. We'd just point our phones at things, and we'd be able to construct the foundation for a building. Realism. Right. So what are some other things that we have? We do have the item give thing. So if we wanted to, we could give ourselves a pumpkin pie that has some pretty great protection to it. So yeah, because I mean, obviously, who doesn't want a pumpkin pie that has protection 3? So what it can do is it'll line the inside of your stomach with protective film, and then it'll protect you from the hydrochloric acid that's in your stomach. That it won't let you get indigestion anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Something like that, because science. Yeah, so anyway, with that said, pretend that our thing is now broken. So, there's also a calculator app. So 2 + 2 = 5, obviously. No, 4, I got it wrong. Gosh darn it. And then we could like square root that equals 4. I don't know why that happened. Actually, I'm not sure why it turned the 2 into a 4 when I square rooted it, but that's okay. So anyway, we've got our broken iPad or iPod or anything, EYE. Hopefully not broken eye. That would be bad. So let's see. We need to research what part is broken, and it says we need a new display. So in that case, we can just run over here and reference our crafting recipes. In this case, I happen to conveniently own a secondary display, which is pretty great. And then I can come over here and be like research display, and then boop, we're good to go. It's working again. So now you actually get to see what my first generation iPod looked like. Pretty similar, actually. I like some of the same sort of things. Now, what I could do is if I want to make it so my iPod's not going to break in the future, I can add protection. Let's add protection 10 to it, because that'll probably make it like really, really protective and not break ever. So we've got an iPod with protection 10. See, I bet you wish your iPod could give it self-protection 10 so that it would never break again. It, by the way, it doesn't protect it from break. I'm being sarcastic once again. But, you know, it's so far so good. It hasn't broken again on us. So, you know, why not? And then let's see, what else? Are there any other cool apps? Obviously, there are a ton, as I've sort of shown. But again, trying to just hit on the highlights here. So actually, let's see. So how do we charge our phone? So keep calling it a phone because I have one myself, and I'm used to that. But anyway, interchangeable. So the battery, as you use the device, will start to slowly decline, and you'll have to charge it. So the way you do that is, let's head on over to our accessories chest. And this is the way that you actually craft a charger. So piece of coal, battery, iron ingots, and an electric wire. You can come over here, you can grab it. And then if we go into our settings, once again, we can press charge. And then it'll actually take advantage of our charger thing, and it should get the battery back up, which for some reason it did not. And I'm not sure why that is. It might be something to do with creative is a possibility, because that is how it's supposed to work according to the forum. But anyway, you have a charger and you can use that in order to charge your device. You've also got headphones. Those go along with the music application that you can get, where you can choose whatever song that you would like to play. So there we go. I don't actually know for sure what the headphones accomplish, given that the song will start playing if you just select it in the application. But, I mean, you can get headphones nonetheless. Basically, on the forum page, it doesn't seem like it was updated to reflect everything that you can get in the mod in its current 1.8 version. So that's why I'm in the dark on just a couple things here. But anyway, that's the music app, and we can just scroll through the rest. So this allows you to spawn in different mobs, obviously. This allows you to apply potion effects. This one allows you to, well, we already demoed that, add enchantments and adjust data values of items. This one allows you to give yourself items, change the weather, world edit, so you can actually copy, clone, fill command blocks, but basically just with your iPod. Blow things up. We've already demoed this, but we can totally do it again. We've already done the music one. This is stuff that's already preloaded on the phone. Calculator, menu, let's see, I can't remember what this one actually does, so why don't we load it on up? And, oh, that's right, it allows you to open up different blocks that are in a nearby area. So if you have a workbench nearby, you can sort of like use it as a Wi-Fi hotspot and connect to it, and then use your workbench, essentially. And then control your player, and then that has basically cycled through everything. Spawn mobs or create mob spawners, random number generator, stats, teleport yourself, do things with nearby entities and mobs, and that cycles through all of them. Again, lots of things to go through, but if you download the mod, you can check out what is interesting to you. But for the time being, I think that's basically it for the iMod / iPod mod for Minecraft, whatever you prefer to call it. So I guess on that note, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, a rating would be super duper very much appreciated, because make sure to rate my video application like it's on the App Store or something like that. I don't know. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Again, more info on the mod in the description, and I'll see you later.